What's up everyone, it's Alex.
Motorcycle review.
That's right, I've got a few extra minutes today, so we're going to do another motorcycle review, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this little bundle of motorcycle joy right behind me.
Royal Enfield Himalayan. Okay.
I know, another Royal Enfield. I like Royal Enfields. I've got access to Royal Enfields, so we're reviewing another Royal Enfield, okay? There's tons of more reviews out there on this thing, but here's my thoughts on it.
So basics, what we've got here is we have a 400-ish cc dual sport adventure E motorcycle, okay? I'm not really going to say adventure touring because at 400cc single, in my opinion, you don't really have enough motor and enough weight and enough frame to do true adventure touring, because for adventure touring you're really going to need a bike that can take you on the highway enough to get you where you want to go. So we're just going to say dual sport slash adventure bike, more on the dual sport side. All right, so what do we have here for basics? So we've got a 400-ish cc air and oil cooled dual sport motorcycle, okay? We've got a fairly lightweight. We got ABS brakes. It comes with kind of your standard like on off-road kind of adventure E tires. They're not real aggressive for dirt, but they're also not real sticky for the street. They're just kind of like your kind of V-Strom slash usual on off-road dual sport E tires. We got chain drive. We're fuel injected. The whole thing's built with kind of a rugged design. So like if you do drop it or knock it over or smash it into something, like it's probably going to be mostly okay. Royal Enfield was nice enough to make it come with like big sturdy guards. You got a big guard rack on the back. All of this stuff is all just metal tube frame, you know, metal tank, plastic rear, plastic front fenders, fork gaiters. Comes with this little like potato chip fly screen thing at least. They did some cool stuff gauge wise. It does actually have like a little compass deal on the gauge, and that seems to work pretty well. Otherwise, you know, tach, speedo, odometer and everything, analog fuel gauge. So likes and dislikes on the Himalayan, all right? We're gonna do dislikes first so I can end on more of a positive note. And some of my dislikes also are likes, so, you know, whatever, draw your own conclusions. Dislikes. It's a little bit light for street and highway riding. I've ridden the thing plenty. It has good manners off-road. It's light enough and rugged enough where it is a really good actual dual-purpose enduro bike, but that means on the road it has not as good manners. It's a little bit light. If you're on the highway you will get blown around by trucks and stuff. You know, it's got what I consider to be pretty close gearing, which makes it really good off-road, but that makes it not as good on-road because it means you start getting up into the 60-70 miles an hour and stuff, you feel like you're working it pretty darn hard, okay? And then, you know, being a 400cc single, you start getting up there in your speed and your RPMs a little bit, it is a little bit buzzy, okay? So dislikes on it is going to be that stuff. You know, the seat's fairly comfortable. If you ride it for a while, it's a little bit on the soft side, but you know, that's most of the dislikes are just in the lack of road manners. But here's my likes, and they way outweigh it. So likes on the motorcycle. I do like the low weight when I'm not on the road. I like the low weight. I think it's easy for like beginners and less experienced people to deal with a low weight. The suspension is soft and compliant enough for when I'm riding it not on pavement. It doesn't beat me up, which is great. The lightweight makes it easy to kind of handle off the road. I like the overall rugged design because it means if I do drop it or something happens, I'm not so sad about it. I like the fact that they included stuff like those crash bars and everything. I think that's great. I think that the 400cc motor, whereas it is a little bit buzzy and not enough for real highway riding or anything, it is a really, really good motor for the overall weight of the bike and really, really good for the off-road part. It's peppy and responsive. I think the stock seat for being a dual-purpose bike actually gets a kind of a low seat height for the category, which is great. It's really good for shorter and more entry-level and intermediate riders to the whole category. I think that's really good. I like that it's fuel injected for the money. I like that it has disc brakes for the money. Overall, I think they made a really, really, really good dual sport bike for what you pay for it.
And that's probably the best part of it, is all the stuff that you get for it, and the things are like 4,500 bucks or somewhere in there depending on your area, brand spanking new. So I mean, you can't ignore the fact that it's 4,500 bucks brand spanking new.
Anyway, long story short, that's the Himalayan. Overall, I really, really like it. It's a really cool, inexpensive entry into the dual sport category. Really rugged, kind of old school design. I think it keeps with Royal Enfield's like moving forward kind of thing that they're doing, where they're making a lot of new stuff and better quality, good overall designs in all of their stuff moving forward, okay? That's it, guys. Peace.